Hey there, beautiful souls. How are we doing? This is going to be quite a serious video. I want to talk about mental health, especially for men, mental well-being. And it's come from an experience today, so I've had to just go and do my thing and decompress, because it's been quite big for me to be able to hold, and to also know that equally this morning I was feeling exceptionally emotional with no actual understanding as to why. So we are going through huge planetary shifts. We're going through huge shifts as humanity. And everything that's coming up and coming for us is how we can move through and be our true selves, and to let go of the belief systems and the patterning and the condition that has us believe that we're not worthy, that we're not good enough, that we can just take breadcrumbs, and the fears. Everything is coming up to be seen, to not to hurt us, or not happening to us. It's happening for us. It's happening for us to grow. Yet if we're not in that concept, that understanding, that consciousness of that, this will feel really fucking hard, really hard. And I say this, and this is what I was saying today to an individual. It's like, you are breaking free. You're not breaking down. And just those slight shifts of words can have a complete shift in our mental capacity to feel empowered rather than feeling disempowered and a victim to something. And that's when things can really shift and change for you. So if you're going through a hard time right now, if you are really struggling with your mental well-being, you're not alone, and it's okay not to be okay. And what I was really shown today, and this comes without judgment, the judgment of mental well-being, the judgment of men especially not being able to handle things, as it were, and just to have to get through it, and get through it for their family, and get it through for their children. And it's like mental breakdown, and actually feeling that they wish to commit suicide, to take their own life. Even to commit suicide isn't really the right wording, because actually suicide, committing, was like, it was illegal. I'm not laughing at that, but the fact that it's if you tried, and you would get put to prison if you failed. And it's like, there's so much shame attached to this, and it's the shame and the guilt that keeps this self-sabotage, this self-hatred, the feeling unworthy, and the complete pattern of that voice that constantly is knocking and making you feel unworthy, that your life would be better without you. And I can tell you now, it won't be. And it was just, I want you just to really take that in right now. If this is maybe you're experiencing this, or know somebody else that is. And it was just interesting how there was lack of compassion and judgment. And like I say, I don't say that with judgment, more curiosity and observation of how the stigma that men have to deal with their mental well-being, and that somehow they have to just get on through it and master it. Well, what I witnessed today was that masking it met its complete eruption, to the point where the person had no orientation of where they are or what it was, and they had to be taught back into their body, back into the heart, and back into the present moment. And that was the only way to get them back to them, rather than the head spinning and the overwhelm and the torment and just that complete stuckness. And like I said, some comments, you just got to get on with it. If you've got a family, you've got to get on with it, mate. And it's like, this isn't a fucking choice. How these people are feeling aren't choosing to feel this way. And we've got to start holding more compassion for people that are struggling. And you know, I remember when somebody I knew would try to commit suicide or take their own life, and the judgment there is just like, oh, how selfish. And that was when I was much younger, and I don't hold that now. But that is what we're conditioned to think, that these people are somehow selfish, or people that leave them behind. They're actually thinking that it's better for those people, their loved ones, that they're not here. And we have to really start having better conversations and compassion for everybody with mental well-being, but for men especially, and to know that actually it's not brave, put a brave face on. Actually, when you connect into your emotions and into your heart, this is the most fucking courageous thing you could ever do, the most bravest thing you could do, especially when the conditioning has told you that you will be abandoned, you'll be shamed, you'll be taken out from the tribe. Your whole point of your survival mechanism of being within a tribe, the fact of being ousted and separated, and to be able to move through that deeply ingrained conditioning to express oneself is the most fucking courageous thing you could ever do. And anyone that is struggling and that is wanting to communicate, there's no shame in communication, there's no shame in sharing. I would just say to be discerning in who you talk to, discerning who you share to, because without knowing it, even what you think of your loved ones, they may equally carry these judgments and these subconscious patterning and belief systems about it all, and may not necessarily say a word that's necessarily spoken in a way that is going to be healthy for you. So I just wanted to share this because it's really touched me like deeply, and I'm still shaky actually, that you can, that people can feel that way, and basically holding that space on top of whatever emotion I've got going on. I have this lovely gift that I can feel the collective a lot of the time, and I'm having to obviously just let that move through me. The gift of that is being able to understand it and then be able to transcribe it, but it's quite intense. And like I say, I do this work, it's my work, it's my living, it's what I do this regularly, this self-connection, this self-awareness and regulation, and so I'm pretty on top of it. There's always more to be learning, but I've got the toolkit, and others don't. And like I say, the ones that don't, this will feel probably like you're just absolutely breaking down, and you're not. And this is all I can say, that the shift, the miracle is the shift of perspective, and really key on the words you speak. And actually, as I'm talking now, I'm remembering like the divine universal way that how it all led up for today, how randomly that person was there, and at that point they're like broke, and so happen to be not at my workplace, not in my hands-on healing, as a receptionist role. Actually, there I am in reception, this happens, I'm there, and I was able to talk them through things, help them see who they were and their divinity and their light, and to feel that love, that unconditional love, and to be able to allow themselves to receive that, because they didn't feel they're worthy, because they're carrying all that shame and all that guilt, and they weren't allowing that in, and that complete pain, and the voice and how it shifted from one to the next. And I could see exactly what was going. It's like, how can you see all this? I could just see it, and I'm calling out your bullshit, I'm calling out your BS. It's not true. And you get into the body and you feel that unconditional love. If you have children, you'll have that unconditional love. It's already within you. It's nothing you need to attain. It's already within you. And what was really beautiful, that this may well just break that pattern for not just for him, but for generations as well, to be able to communicate one's feelings and to know that it's okay. It's to not to be okay. And the fact that we both could see how he was truly loved and supported, not necessarily like with the people around him, that wasn't necessarily not the case, I'm not saying that wasn't the case, but how universally the love around him. We even said your angels have brought you here. Look how much love they have for you as a soul, that they're trying to stop you and keep you here and love you here. This whole divine synchronicity, this alignment for you to be here at this moment, for me to be here to support you, to get you through this, to break that pattern, and yes, it'll be a new journey, and yes, it may take like hurdles and different things, but you're breaking free. And he could feel that, and he could see that, and that was what was really truly beautiful. And just to know that you are more than this meat suit. You are an intelligent, divine soul being, and your soul is calling you to break free from the patterning and the conditioning, and for you to remember that actually your truth is love, its truth is joy, and its truth is peace. And anything that isn't your truth. It's your belief systems, it's your bullshit, it's your patterning, it's your conditioning that happens, that you inherit, that you experience. And every time your brain believes something, you then experience it. So that's always feels like confirmation. But it's breaking that pattern and knowing that the truth that you are, which is in your heart, that you are love, and you are joy, and you are peace, and that the light that's in every single cell of you is love. That's who you are. That's your truth, and it's that light that is breaking through to get you to remember who you truly are. But like I say, it can feel immensely painful because the head has learnt to try and control everything, and it's become a bottleneck. It's a volcano, and it'll feel like everything is just exploding, and your elements of control to try and contain yourself, to mask things, are coming off. And they're coming off not to hurt you, they're not coming off to torture you. They're coming off for you so you can realize who you truly are and the true love that you are. And I'm sharing this message to hopefully land with you. It may be for somebody else that you might be reading, that you know that's going through such things. It may be you at a later point, and hopefully in your subconscious somebody will pop up and go, hang on a minute, this isn't my truth, and I can change this. I'm breaking free, not breaking down. I'm shifting my shite, not losing it. And it's really knowing that it's happening for you, not to you. And when you make these considered words, the for you, you are becoming empowered. You are remembering, you're not the victim anymore. And this is when it gives you hope. And with hope and connection to yourself, you're on the right journey, you're on the right track, okay? And so I just want to share that with big love to you. If you need any support, reach out. And because sometimes our families, as much as we love each other, you know, being truly vulnerable sometimes is hard. Sometimes being in a safe professional space where you know you're not judged, that you can be completely vulnerable and nothing will get taken away from you, that there won't be any judgment, and there'll be a consistency, there'll be healthy boundaries, that you can say whatever, and you can know that you'll still be able to be seen, to be talked, to be shared, and to know that there isn't any judgment, no matter how much shame you may well be carrying and thinking you're not worthy. It still isn't your truth. And when you give truth and voice to shame, then you start breaking that pattern. It stops becoming this festering toxicity that's in you that really isn't serving you. Okay, and there's so much else things you can do. It always can come down to how well we eat and different things. There's so much you can do. And so yeah, reach out. And if you're going through those moments in that present moment, see if you can remember to go, where am I? What does my body feel like? What am I sat on? Just really get yourself into present moment. Okay, my feet, my hips, my bottom, my breath. Come back into your breath, bring your hands to your heart and breathe here. I am safe. I am safe in this present moment. I am safe. I can feel my body. I can breathe. You might want to look around you and do like 5 things I can see, because just to stop the head and the brain going off into its tangent, and just keep coming back to the present moment. And actually it's only the present moment that is your truth. Everything else isn't real. The present moment is the actual real part. And so bringing yourself back to your body, back into your heart, back into knowing that you are safe, you are breaking it again, those patterns. Okay, anyway, lots of love and take care.